Hello guys, my name is Patrick and welcome to my Fallout 4 review. So before I start this video, I just want to say that there are going to be a lot of spoilers in this video. So if you don't want any spoilers for the main storyline, go ahead and click away from this video. If not, if you've already beat the story or you don't really care about any major spoilers, then this video should be fine. So first thing I want to say is that when I got this game, I pretty much bought it blindly. I haven't really been a follower of the Fallout series. I didn't play any of the previous Fallout games, and I didn't really do a lot of research when I bought this game. I will admit I was kind of stupid when I made this purchase. I sort of just bought it without really knowing much about it. I just assumed the game was going to be good because a lot of people said it was. And I made a video about this game a while ago before the game even came out, and I predicted that its sales would be pretty good. And I was right about that because this game made like $750 million like the first 24 hours, which, if I'm correct, that beat Call of Duty Black Ops 3's sales, which was at the time like record breaking and stuff. But Fallout 4 just crushed that like by a lot. I think they only like 500 million or something. So yeah, the sales were really good about this, and so I knew this game was going to be successful, but again, I didn't know a ton about it because I hadn't played any of the past Fallout games. So when I first started playing it, I thought it was just average in the beginning. I didn't really know what to expect. I thought it was just going to be a regular game, maybe like a type of MMO, and typically I'm not a fan of like big MMOs or anything, but I realized it's not a multiplayer game, which is fine. Like, I thought it was a multiplayer game, but like I didn't buy it because I thought it was going to be multiplayer or anything. I thought it was going to be mostly single player, which is why I bought it, but like the multiplayer part didn't really bother me, the fact that there's no multiplayer. But I didn't really know what the game was about. I didn't really know what the goal was really, and so I just didn't really appreciate it at the beginning. It wasn't like my favorite thing, like I didn't really like it a whole ton, but then I really started appreciating the amount of depth that was in the game. I could tell they had put a lot of time into the game, and there was just so much detail in everything, like the character design, for your companions, for the settings. There was a lot of stuff like, I knew there were computers that had like backstories for the places you were visiting, so if you ever like went into like another vault, you could like find those computers and like read the backstory on them. I just really started appreciating the amount of detail they put into this game, and I could really tell it was really like worked out on, and they got like this perfect formula, and they just did a really good job. And there's so much stuff to do in this game. There's so many things to do, so many places to explore, a ton of side missions, a ton of main missions. The main like story is really cool. You're saying here, I'm actually in the Institute, which if you've played the game or you haven't played the game, the Institute's pretty much well, it's kind of cool. So you can have these faction things, and you can either choose to join the Institute or you can choose to betray them. In this case, I chose to betray them because I didn't really like what they were doing or approve or anything. But you can choose whatever you want. You can choose to go with whatever faction, and that'll affect like the ending of the story and stuff. And so it's like really cool. Each side mission is unique. Like, you might just be fighting waves, like going through some building and fighting waves, but like each one is like different in its own way. Like one time you might be going through a wave in like a factory, another time you might be going a wave in like an underground area, maybe through tunnels or whatever, trying to raid the Diamond City Vault. That one was kind of fun. Yeah, so just each mission's unique and just makes you feel like really good playing each one, and it's just amazing how much content they put into this game. And actually at first, like, I didn't expect like a ton of content because the download was only about 22 gigabytes, but then I just saw just how much stuff was in this game. I don't know how they fit it all into only 22 gigabytes. It's pretty insane. So I have beaten the game, but I've only started exploring like about 25% of the map. Like I haven't even started really exploring yet. I've just been going where the game's told me to go, and occasionally I'll come across like a random settlement or something. And like I said, I've only explored 25% of the map, and I feel like I've explored like so much. Like in a normal like map or like open world game like this, like the map would probably be as big as the amount I explored, but no, it's like 4 times that amount. It's super big, and there's so much stuff to do. It's packed with stuff. But that brings me to one of my 2 gripes. So I only have 2 gripes about this game, and the one I was bringing up there is there's a lack of like transportation and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff jam-packed into this like massive map they have, but I feel like it's not like there's not like a great way to like go between them, and so there's really like no reason you'd want to like run between the areas and like appreciate like the scenery and stuff and just appreciate the world of Fallout, because like there is like a massive like road or whatever, but if you get on top of it, you can't really like follow it throughout the world because there's like breaks in it, and so you kind of have to like go on the ground, and so there's not really like ways to travel through unless you're gonna run across just like random like grass areas or whatever, which isn't really fun to do if you'll play. Like the grass areas aren't necessarily that pretty, and so it's not really fun to just run across the grass. And so all you really do is fast travel, unless like the place is like super close or whatever. You don't really like run around a bunch, which is one gripe I have with the game, which really isn't a huge gripe or anything. I mean, I wish they would have done a better thing with that, like maybe made one giant road going through it, or made like more like sidewalks or whatever, or made like actual grassy plains. Like when I said grass, I meant like it's more like dirt and stuff. It's so ugly. But and my only other gripe is that there's a lot of like stuttering and like some glitches in the game. Like you'll load into an area and then you'll like quick save once you get there, and it'll like stutter for probably about like 15 seconds, or like where you can't like move or anything, and then it'll be back to normal. And again, that doesn't really affect like the actual gameplay, because it rarely happens like while you're actually playing, but it does happen every once in a while before you start playing. It is sometimes annoying, adding on to the already pretty lengthy wait times. But yeah, those are my only two gripes. The rest of the game is just so amazing. I don't know how they got this much content into a game like this. It's just incredibly fun. If you don't have the game, I definitely recommend picking it up. I think it's only like $40 at most places now, or you could get it like on eBay or something for like 20. Even paying $60 for this game like I did, it's totally worth it. Definitely amazing game. I would recommend it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Uranium fever has done and got me down. Uranium fever is spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
uranium fever has done and got me down.